he will be remembered at Chapel Hill in a customary way.
In honor of Dr. Yen's memory, we will ring the bell tower here on campus.
A moment of silence will follow. Yen's accused killer, Tyler Chi, was in court Tuesday to be charged with murder and gun possession.
Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
At Southern Heritage Bank, we provide tools to protect you and your accounts. Secure Lock Equip.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology. Mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Good morning. It is a Wednesday morning, the 30th day of August. It is coming up on 7:03. You're listening to Mix 104.1 Talk 101.3 The Buzz. We're on MixTV.tv and your phone and mobile devices through the free Mix 104.1 app. That's a free download at mymix1041.com. Tennessee lawmakers on Tuesday ended the special session called by Governor Bill Lee on public safety in a particularly heated moment. Last night, House Speaker Cameron Sexton and Democratic Representative Justin Pearson, who was one of the 2 lawmakers expelled from the House in April, appeared to have a brief physical interaction where both accused each other of shoving moments after the House chamber adjourned. Video captured by reporters on the House floor shows Speaker Sexton departing the chamber as Pearson approached the Speaker holding a sign and shouting for gun control. The 2 men made contact as Speaker Sexton stepped to avoid running into a photographer in the chaos. Meanwhile, other legislative members, staffers, and security guards rushed to the front of the floor to protect the Speaker. Yelling erupted from both lawmakers on the floor and protesters in the gallery above as House Republicans quickly left the chamber. Democratic Representative Justin Jones, the other lawmaker expelled from the House in April, who had been holding a sign on the other side of Pearson as Sexton walked by, later grabbed the Speaker's gavel, banged it, yelling, quote, "The House is out of order," end quote. Sexton said a security guard put his hand on his back, knocked Sexton forward, prompting the Speaker to move to step past the photographer. Then Sexton said that Pearson, quote, "comes in and pops me," end quote, bumping his shoulder. Sexton said he did not throw his shoulder into Pearson. Pearson told reporters it was an act of aggression, quote, "an act of aggression, an act of violence against me," end quote, and said last night that he is considering pressing charges against Speaker Cameron Sexton. So I will interject here. Overnight, we made contact with Speaker Cameron Sexton's office, and he will join us this morning to talk about this in what we believe is his first interview since all of this happened this morning at about 8:05. So we'll be talking to the Speaker at that time. Well, and they were there for this special session for Governor Lee's legislation, which, by the way, failed to get support from his own party. Lawmakers accomplished codifying the governor's spring executive order to streamline the state's background check system. They also funded an ad campaign on gun safety. Department of Safety restoring $1.1 million back into the bill for the effort. Another bill directs the Department of Safety to provide free firearm locks to Tennessee residents upon request and exempts the retail sale of firearm safes and firearm safety devices from sales and use taxes. Lawmakers appropriated $50 million in grant funding to mental health agencies, $30 million in school safety grants to public and private higher education institutions, $12.1 million in recruitment and retention bonuses for mental health professionals, $10 million in additional funding for a school safety grant fund. We also have a statement in from State Senator Adam Lowe about the special session. He sent this to Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv News. Quote, the special session on public safety has ended with most of the proposed legislation proposed by Governor Lee passing. We eliminated taxes on gun safety devices, expanded free gun locks, took a leap toward preventing human trafficking, and increased communication between local courts and the TBI. This on the heels of fortifying our schools and empowering law enforcement to protect our kids. The State Senator Adam Lowe continued, we stood fast for constitutional rights by rejecting ineffective and abusive red flag laws while keeping our eye on the target of our true bills in mental health. Governor Lee said, quote, we've made some headway this week. 4 of our bills passed significant funding focused on issues that matter to public safety. We have improved the background check system, attacked human trafficking, improved access to safe gun storage, and funded mental health resources across the state. We made progress, end quote, Governor Bill Lee. So much more on this on our website at mymix1041.com. And again, we would direct you there. And in his first interview since what happened last night, Speaker of the House Cameron Sexton will join us at about 8 a.m. Also, we do want to mention that one other story here, Local 3 reporting, a man who was arrested by Cleveland police for making threats towards a school will serve jail time. According to court records, 30-year-old Tyler Durham was indicted by a grand jury in October of last year on a charge of a threat of mass violence on school property or at a school. The indictment followed his arrest in May of 2022 by Cleveland police for making threats against a school and social media posts. Durham pleaded guilty to his charge, but ordered to serve 5 days in jail on or before September 11th. That is the news. Coming up at 7:09. Let's get our first check of the streets right here.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Don Ledford Automotive Center is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Mix 1041 as our prize partner this week. Register to win 2 tickets to the Georgia football home opener Saturday night, plus a tailgate prize package courtesy of Don Ledford Automotive Center. Register by calling or texting us now at 614-6499. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way into work and school. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. Waste Connections introduces efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
All right, it's time for the Hardee's Wake Up. And at Hardee's, you can taste the goodness. Hardee's $5.99 Star Deal combos. Your choice of a double cheeseburger, 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese, all served with a small fry and small drink for just $5.99 at Hardee's, where you can feed your happy.
Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast. Hardee's double deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
And save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic.
Or $800 on Stearns & Foster. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Transform your window project with Cleveland Exteriors. High-quality Viwintech windows built to last a lifetime. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional windows. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com. Proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee.
Mix 1041 is celebrating 30 years of being on air. We are celebrating by giving away 30 prizes over 30 weeks. Presented by TVFCU Mortgage. Register today at mymix1041.com.
A name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving the Southeast for over 75 years. Whether you need plumbing, electrical, or HVAC supplies, Wholesale Supply can provide you with the products that you need to complete any job, big or small. Supplying brands such as Kohler, Delta, Rinnai, Progress Lighting, and so many more. With 32 locations across the Southeast, Wholesale Supply is your hometown plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank. You can help them make two of the world's most iconic brands, M&M's and Twix. Open positions include production assistants starting at $16.19 per hour and team members starting at $19.27 per hour. These positions offer a $1,500 sign-on bonus. Benefits begin day one. Apply at careers.mars.com and search Cleveland. Your tomorrow starts today at Mars Wrigley.
All right, let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center at 7:14. Labor Day savings already at Mermaid Mattress.
If you could buy a great queen or king size mattress for $399, would you consider getting rid of that old lumpy mattress? Come to Mermaid Mattress, where you can get this mattress in any size for the price of a twin.
For today, we'll have cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. A high of 84 and a low of 60 tonight. For tomorrow, sunny skies. A high of 84 and a low of 63. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 85. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 69 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Mosier-Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
Coming up on 7:15, we're going to be joined by the Bradley Central High School senior cheerleaders upcoming.
Brian Trotter, WCLE's 19.
Paula, tell us about how you came to shop at Chattanooga Auto Square.
Well, I was introduced to it from my husband. He purchased his first Range Rover years ago. And then occasionally I'd start asking him if I could start driving it. I would confidently recommend them. I mean, they make you feel like family from the moment you arrive. Being in real estate for like 34 years, you really come to value and appreciate the level of service that Range Rover gives you. Chattanooga Auto Square, luxury lives here.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Healthcare is constantly evolving, and the future is here. Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits is the future of healthcare. With its focus on preventative care, personalized attention, and included generic medications, Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits is changing the game. No more long wait times, rushed appointments, or outrageous medication costs. Join the healthcare revolution today and discover why Direct Primary Care Associates with pharmacy benefits is the future of healthcare. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable healthcare for all.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and I'm here to tell you the car business is back. Cleveland Ford's inventory is back with over 100 new Fords in stock. Discounts are back, so prices are down, interest rates are down, and rebates are up. In addition to all that, Cleveland Ford has up to $2,000 in trade assistance cash available that you can use as a down payment or to pay off your trade. So hurry into Cleveland Ford today, because with all they've got going on, now is the time to buy.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates, a $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. And there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great. And their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Mix 104.1 and Honda Cleveland are giving one deserving firefighter in our area a chance to win a 2023 Honda Civic. Nominate your favorite firefighter today at mymix1041.com.
Mix 1041 app downloaded, mymix1041.com. Bridget, let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to Stephen Beasley today, media director over at First Baptist Cleveland.
Yeah, he looks a lot older than he is. I don't know how old he is, but he has 7 children.
He does.
Yep. There it is. He's busy.
Happy birthday, Stephen. And then our friend Pat Fuller is having a birthday today well. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the Volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have something for everyone to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Call Ken Do at 423-381-3427.
The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. All right, Mix 1041, quick check of the news right here. We have a full recap of the special legislative session in the General Assembly focused on public safety, which concluded yesterday, and we will have a lot more on that. Plus, there was I don't know if you call it a physical altercation, a bumping into, depends on how you read it, but Speaker of the House Cameron Sexton and one of the so-called Tennessee Three, State Representative Justin Pearson, were physically aligned, we'll say, last night. We have the first interview with Speaker of the House Sexton coming up about 8:05 this morning, so we'll hear directly from him. Back with our Bradley Senior Cheerleaders in about 7 seconds.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
All right, here they are. We're joined by the Bradley Central High School I guess, football and wrestling cheerleaders, is that right? Well, good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
It's great to see you. And Bridget, I asked them if they're going to do a cheer this morning, and they said...
They said no.
It's too early. It's too early. All right, I tell you what, let's begin. Fancy, I want to begin with you. Fancy Rojas, is that right? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You told me you're retired.
I feel like it. My body aches and I'm in pain.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
And you're young. Well, Fancy, senior year, what's it been like all these years at Bradley?
It's been good. I've made great friends, many memories, and I couldn't wish for the best 3 years of my life, but I got them, so.
Oh, that's great. So this is obviously a special year. Your football team's being talked about all over the state. You've got a huge game Friday night. How's your team preparing?
Oh, they're practicing like every day, and then like I see that my brother plays with them, so like he wakes up early, goes to work out. They're always on the grind, Yeah. So like I feel like we're prepared, and I could see it happening potentially, and I'm not going to jinx us, but I ain't going to jinx us, but we got Bucata, and I'm excited, so, yeah.
You need to go, hey, Coach Floyd, listen, you need to be addressing the team prior to the game. Hey, Cameron, thank you. Cameron, before I ask you that, Fancy, do you have plans for next year as of yet? You know what you're doing?
I'm applying to colleges. I don't know which one yet, but I'm probably going to do cosmetology on the side so I can have like a job and then also apply to college.
Very, very good. And hey, if you need some practice,
hey, I'm
right here. Cameron Oinby joins us. Cameron, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. So what's it been like all these years at Bradley Central?
I've cheered for 3 years, and this is my 4th year, and I've been doing cosmetology school.
Oh, great. Have you enjoyed your time at Bradley?
Yes, it's been great. I've made so many friends and memories.
So, big senior year. Do you know what's happening with you next year? What are you doing?
I'll continue doing cosmetology school.
If you need any practice, we're right here. All right, thanks, Cameron. Kimsey Turner joins us. Hey, Kimsey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, again, same question. What's it been like at Bradley over these years?
I've enjoyed it so much. I've made very good friends and good friends that I'll carry on for the rest of my years.
Absolutely. And any plans for next year?
I plan to go to a college and hopefully cheer there and work on getting a degree in some sort of therapy, speech therapy, physical therapy, or occupational therapy.
Fantastic. Do you, do you take responsibility for the crowd getting into it at a football game?
No.
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 No responsibility. Hey, by the way, we haven't mentioned your coach. Tell us who your coach is.
Jennifer Moore.
I feel as if she's watching or listening right now.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Well, listen, it's great meeting you, Kimsey. Olivia Barker joins us. Olivia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, so tell us about your time at Bradley.
This is my first year cheering for Bradley, but I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Now, what were you doing before?
I played volleyball.
Oh, okay. Yes. Very nice. So now you've decided to cheer.
Yes.
Very, very good. So what are practices like for the Bradley cheerleaders?
Over summer, it was a lot of working out and conditioning, but now it's more of working on our chants and getting our dances prepared for games.
We work on our chants here, by the way. It's a little different. So, Olivia, what are you up to next year? Do you know yet?
I'm going to go to nursing school and hopefully cheer.
Wow, that is excellent. All right, and finally, last but certainly not least, Emma Kate Williford. Emma Kate, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. So tell us, what's it been like at Bradley? You're a senior now, my goodness.
This is my first year being at Bradley.
Oh, where were you before?
I was at Cleveland.
Oh, so let me get this right. So you've gone from Cleveland to Bradley.
Yes.
And your senior year.
Yes.
Wow. How's that?
It's been great.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Now you got the black and gold on from the blue and white.
A lot better.
Oh, my. All right, so you want to say hi to Dr. Dyer? He's listening right now.
Hi, Dr. Dyer.
Hey! Dr. Cash listening. All right, so Emma Kate, my goodness, you're ready for tomorrow night, and You're a senior. You've gone to Bradley High School. You're happy about that. And what happens with you next year?
I've been applying to as many colleges as I can. I'm just applying to some for fun and applying to some for real. And I hope to cheer in college, obviously.
Emma Kate, I feel as if we have a further interview with you. We'll do later.
Okay.
You got a lot going on. So anyway, listen, now I know that you girls have a cheer clinic. Who wants to talk about the cheer clinic? Is that right? Come on up here. Tell me about the cheer clinic.
So our cheer clinic is September 9th, and it starts at 9 o'clock, and it's ages potty trained through middle school. So.
Well, that's a lot of it. Have we talked to you yet?
No, I'm one of the assistant coaches.
You're an assistant coach.
Yes.
Oh,
but
okay.
I look like them because I'm really young.
Well, and hey, that's a wonderful thing. That will serve you well in life. All right, so what's your name?
Shelby Satterfield.
Okay, Shelby. So you got the big clinic September 9th. What's going to be happening at the clinic?
So we're going to be teaching game day material, and then they're actually going to get to come back and cheer on our October 6th game.
Oh, that's
neat.
So
it's homecoming, so it's really special.
That's really cool. Big Bradley Central High School cheerleading clinic, September 9th, 9 to noon at Bradley. How can people find out more and get signed up?
So all the information is on our Instagram page. It's BC Bears Cheer, and it's in our Instagram bio, and there's a link to sign up. It's $35 per cheerleader, and there'll be snacks and a t-shirt, so really excited.
And they need to be potty trained.
Yes, we do prefer that.
That would rule out most of our audience. So thank you very much. All right, girls, hey, it's great meeting you. Hey, we'll be at your place. I don't know if your principal's told you, because he forgets everything. I don't know if your athletic director told you, because Turner forgot it when I told him. And I don't know if your coach told you, because, by the way, he doesn't even know. We'll be with you Friday morning. We're taking this show on the road to Bradley Central High School, getting ready. You girls got a pretty big game against Maryville Friday night. I guess you've heard about it. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have it on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and MixedTV.tv on Friday night from Bear Stadium. Thank you very much. All right, when we come back, the voice of the Volunteers, Bob Kesling, will join us. Tennessee opens Saturday against Virginia in Nashville. A lot of you are heading there, we know. And, of course, we are your Vol Network station for nearly 25 years on Mix 104.1. Fancy, did I say something funny? Was there something humorous? Come on back.
No. I mean, you're funny, but like, I'm
not talking about my face.
No, I feel like I'm starting to catch something like a cold or a sinuses, and I'm doing great though.
Fancy, go stand right in front of her. If you feel like you're getting sick, I want you to get in her face.
I think I'm good now.
I thought you were laughing.
I went to Dr. Tammy, and Dr. Tammy told me I was good for now, so I will be good for now.
You have some kind of NIL deal with Dr. Tammy?
No.
What's happening here? Tammy who?
Tammy Salmon. She's at Bayman Night Clinic over there.
Yeah.
You should go hit her up. She's chill.
What is going on here? Oh, my word. You're giving her, I love it. We love Tammy.
Love Tammy.
You're giving her a plug. All right. Wait, we're back with Kesling. Just stand by, everybody.
Sorry. And Owens Furniture and Mattress.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Attention shoppers, learn more about our Picky Promise.
This produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh. Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their Picky Promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here.
Nobody does food like Food City.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
And save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic.
Or $800 on Stearns & Foster. Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Mayfield Dairy, celebrating 100 years of the iconic Mayfield ice cream at MayfieldDairy.com, proudly headquartered in Athens, Tennessee. Fun.
They
Bradley
were.
Cheerleaders.
Yes, sweet girls.
Great group. All right, so let's get a check of our Mermaid Mattress Weather Center, 733.
Tempur-Pedic and other national brands are giving special savings for Labor Day. And, of course, you always save when you buy direct from our factory at Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
For today, we'll have cloudy skies. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. A high of 84 and a low of 60 tonight. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 84 and a low of 63. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 85. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 69 degrees.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, it's time for the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, Hello Human Kindness. You know, Bridget Sports is always sponsored in part at this hour by the Town Squire, and I have a special message this morning from our friend Larry McDaniel. Larry tells me, Steve, today, Wednesday, August 30th, is the third anniversary of my dear wife, Linda McDaniel, going to heaven. It's her third birthday in heaven. Now, tomorrow would have been Linda McDaniel's 72nd birthday. He says, quote, "She was a great lady, a loving wife, mother to Tennille and Tiffany and Nana, to all 6 of our grandsons. Dearly missed and loved by our family. Thank God in heaven for the 48 years he gave us together. I cherish the memories." That is from Larry McDaniel. So if you see Larry today or you want to make a special effort, his wife Linda passed away 3 years ago today, and we're definitely thinking about and remembering Linda today. It is 7:30, nearly 7:35. Bob Kesling also on the way in. Have you heard the fall 2023 merchandise is arriving at the Town Squire? Yes, it's true. Larry and his staff excited over the new colors and styles arriving by Peter Millar, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Johnny O, and Southern Point, just to name a few. Styles and hanging out sports shirts. Also, quarter zips, jackets, vests, even t-shirts. Stop by, check them out. Outfitting their customers since 1977. The Town Squire, the shop that appreciates the customer. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, Tennessee. All right, Mix 104.1, quick check of sports. Braves over the Rockies last night, 3-1. Braves back in Denver tonight. First pitch, 8:40 here, Mix 104.1, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. At the U.S. Open, American women, Jessica Pegula, Madison Keys, Sophia Kennan, all advanced. But 43-year-old legend Venus Williams was eliminated rather quickly last night. On the men's side, it was Carlos Alcaraz, number one. He defeated his opponent who was injured. Andy Murray and John Isner both advanced. Hey, big congratulations, Walker Valley. You got a big win over McMinn County in their home soccer debut last night. First district game of the season. Volleyball, Cleveland over Ray County, 3-0. Now, I know there were other, other games and matches last night. We looked everywhere we could, couldn't find them. So if you know about anything, you can text us. Make sure it's accurate. 423-614-6499. A man who is always accurate. The most trusted man in an area of Knoxville, not America, like Walter Cronkite, is the great voice of the Volunteers, Bob Kesling. Good morning, Mr. Kesling.
Steve, that's the nicest introduction you've ever given me. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I worked on it for several hours. And it's
probably do some cutting and editing before you got it, but that was good.
Well, actually, we're all AI now. So we are complete. We're not even here.
Oh, I got it. So I'm not even sure this is who I'm talking to. Exactly.
Bob
so I'm
Kesling.
going to trust you.
Bob, it's a big week. And
yes, it is.
How's everything up in Knoxville? What's happening?
I think it's just the way it is all over the state. I think everybody's chomping at the bit to get this football season started. And I know the players are. You get to this point after you practiced against each other all summer and you've got it against each other in fall camp for 2 or 3 weeks, you're just anxious to see another jersey come at you. So I think that's the way this team is. I think they're ready to play and see how good they're going to be. Everybody's got very high hopes and everybody's very much excited about the potential of this team. And now they got to go out and play. And I think the players are as anxious as anybody to get this thing started on Saturday.
Saturday against the Virginia Cavaliers from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, home of the Titans. Bob Kesling, Pat Ryan, the entire Vol Network crew. The air time's 10 o'clock Eastern time, kickoff at noon here on Mix 104.1. Well, Bob, everybody's asking about Joe Milton, and, what do you make of our quarterback?
Well, he's big. He's strong. He's fast. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's a veteran. He's got this sixth year in college football, so I think he's got a grasp of the offense. It's his third year in the Tennessee system. I think it's his team. He's not looking over his shoulder at Nico or anybody else, and Coach Heupel made that quite clear from the start of the season. This is Joe's team. And this team will go as far as Joe can take them, and they have perfect confidence in him. Joe has really been the perfect teammate because of the fact that a lot of guys, when he got beat out 2 years ago by Hendon Hooker, they would have moped around and been mad and threatened to go in the transfer portal and all those type things. But Joe never did that, and Joe just stayed around and learned the offense better and kept urging Coach Heupel to tell him what he needs to do to get on the field, and now Joe that's all sunk in, and Joe has been really the perfect example of what you'd want from a veteran quarterback during the off season, leading the off season throwing programs and doing all the things and saying all the right things, and so I think everybody's rooting for Joe to have a big season. He's obviously put in the time and the effort, and now you hope that all pays off in a big year for him. And it's just, I tell you what, it's just fun to stand out there in the practice field and watch him throw. I mean, it's amazing sometimes just how far the ball travels and how hard he throws it and all those type things. And now it's about, the touch and can you read defenses and check downs and all those type things that you have to do to be the quarterback and have touch on the ball and hit the open receivers. That was what made Hendon Hooker so great, is that he was able to read the defense and make adjustments and hit the open receiver and somehow make something out of nothing if there was nothing there. And that's kind of what they're hoping from Joe Milton, that he's learned a lot from Hendon. They were roommates and best friends, and so he's learned all of those type things. But you never know until you get out there on the field. I think there was enough of a sample size in the Orange Bowl to think against a pretty good Clemson team that he made a lot of good plays, made a lot of good reads, and did a lot of things to help Tennessee get a big win. So you hope that carries over into this year, and there's no reason to believe it won't.
We're joined by Bob Kesling, voice of the Volunteers. Of course, starts this Saturday against the Virginia Cavaliers. The last time that UT played Virginia was 1991. That's according to Shelton. I don't know. It could be wrong. Hey, Bob, Shelton sent me this. He says, how important is it for the Vols defense to take the next step forward this season?
Well, that's one of the keys to the team, and the whole season is you want to get the ball back for the offense, because if the offense gets the ball enough times, they're going to score enough points to beat most teams in the country. So they can do that. So they got some veteran players on the defense. Amari Thomas and Tyler Barron and Aaron Beasley and Danico Slaughter and Jalen McCullough. All those guys are back, and there's a lot more than that. They've got a lot of veterans, especially in the secondary. They've got plenty of depth in the secondary, but they've got to come along and be able to get the other team off and get the ball back for the offense. And they've got to put more pressure on the quarterback, and I think that, and Coach Heupel has talked about that a lot, they've got to be able to get the front four guys to get in there and get to the quarterback, and so they can put pressure. As they call it now, Steve, in football, you have to affect the quarterback. So put that in your vocabulary. You can use that going forward. But you have to affect the quarterback, and that's what Tennessee that's what they've been working on, trying to get to the quarterback with those four down linemen. And that's the key for any defense now, because the way these offenses, they're so explosive now, and the way they throw the ball around, you can't really risk blitzing a bunch of peoples, because that's going to leave guys running wide open in your secondary. So you've got to get to the quarterback with those four guys. And so Amari Thomas and Barron and those guys, that'll be what their assignment is this year, to affect the quarterback.
Well, at least I've learned something from this interview, which I think is quite surprising. Quite frankly, I was not expecting that. So
Well, you get nuggets every once in a while, Steve. I'm glad you recognized the nugget there.
Hey, where's your go-to place in Nashville? I know you've got Nate and Al's there in Knoxville you like to eat at. Where, whatever the name is. What is it? Sam and Andy?
Steve, yeah, that's it. That's a pregame meal here. Steve, this is a business trip this weekend. We won't be out there lollygagging or on Broadway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
We'll be totally dedicated to the mission at hand. So I don't know. I think we're riding over Friday because the team is bussing over there, and we'll get there Friday night someplace, and I'll kind of rely. Pat Ryan spent a lot of time when he was doing the Titans games. He spent a lot of time over in Nashville, and he knows most of the ins and outs of those things. And I'll just rely on Pat to pick a play. If we go out, we might just bunker down at the hotel and just get. Well, it's an early game. We can't be out all night frolicking.
Bridget, this is disturbing because here's what's happening.
11 a.m. kickoff in Nashville.
No one cares. We've got the voice of the Volunteers, who's basically an elected official in Tennessee. He's more the governor than the governor. By the way, I'm talking to the Speaker of the House here at 8 o'clock. He got in apparently a shoving match with one of the representatives last night. We'll talk about that. But anyway, it's going to be him and Pat Ryan on Broadway in Nashville, and I pray to God that he shows up.
He's not like you, Steve. You go over here to Polk County and barely make it to the game. He's a professional.
I went over to Ken's Casuals over there in Benton, I guarantee you right now.
Well, you're banned from Ray County, aren't you?
I can't get into Ray. Nope. Andy Kelly made sure of that. Hey, final question. We got this one in. Would a win at Florida this season be as big as the Alabama win last year for the Vol fan base?
The win at Florida would be huge, and you want that. I don't know. Steve, that Alabama game last year is going to resonate for decades. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was such a huge emotional victory and a big win, and really propelled this team forward. Florida's always a big game, and if this season is going to be as good as everybody wants it to be, they got to beat Florida, and they've got to win on the road. They haven't won down there in 20 years or something like that. So you need to win down there. But I don't want to take anything off that Alabama win last year. That was one of the most special nights and special weeks, and that's really that game got Tennessee back in its rightful place among the nation's best programs and best teams, and did so much for this fan base. So let's don't diminish the Alabama game. But this year, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, that's how teams at Tennessee are measured. Those are the three games that you got to perform well in, because that's what those are the games that people remember. So those are the big games. The Georgia game this year is going to be. Can you imagine, Steve, if Tennessee and Georgia do what they're expected to do, or people hope they can do? If those two teams are undefeated in November when they meet at Neyland Stadium, can you imagine? I mean, that's kind of that's the game I'm focused on. I'd like to see both of those teams undefeated and battling for playoffs and SEC championships and all that kind of thing, and coming up in November. So that's the one game I'm kind of now. I'm concentrating on Virginia.
No, you're not. Now you've blown the entire.
I'm studying Tony Musket video from Monmouth when he was the quarterback there. He's the guy they got to stop on Saturday. Tony Musket is the guy's name. He'll be their quarterback.
Shelton told me. Shelton was talking about.
He threw all kinds of touchdowns at Monmouth, so you got to be worried about him.
Monmouth, the only time I ever heard of them was March Madness. They were always good in the tournament. So, I don't know.
Okay, well, if you say so, I'll take your word on that one. I'm not sure.
Hey, Bob, buddy, we're looking forward to Saturday, and I find it funny. I know you're trying to associate with the common man, but, I know you're flying in your private jet. I know it's all ready to go. And
the Vol Learjet, the Vol Network Learjet is in the shop, so it's grounded this weekend. We ain't doing that. It's got some serious problems. We can't get the Learjet this weekend.
Bob, we're looking forward to it, buddy.
We'll get there one way. All right, Steve, thanks.
This Saturday.
You guys have a great week.
Yeah, this Saturday at noon, as Tennessee will take on the Virginia Cavaliers in Nashville. Hey, don't go too crazy Friday night on Broadway. I don't want to see you at Tootsie's or anything, okay?
Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's now maybe 25 years ago when I started doing all this craziness. That might have been a possibility. There ain't no chance this go around. There's no chance. I ain't breaking curfew. My bed will be there when bed check is called. I'll be in it and ready to go. So I can't say that for you. I don't know where you'll be Friday night, but I know I'll be tucked in safe, getting my beauty sleep.
I'll be at Walker Valley High School Friday night doing Cleveland Walker Valley.
All right, that'd be good.
Oh, that's what we're going to say. Okay.
So, hey, you can stop by Sam and Andy's on your. It's close. It's right there. It's in West Knoxville.
Yeah.
And on Kingston Pike, stop there, then get on Pellissippi Parkway and head right over to Walker to Hardin Valley. You'd be good.
All right, I'll do it. Thank you, Bob.
All right.
Good luck.
All right.
What's he going to give me directions around Knoxville where he lost his mind? I mean, we're just sitting here. Well, why don't go down Pellissippi, hit Kingston Pike, then make a left over there. Well, what's he doing? Sounds like he's starting early. All right, let's check. I love Kesling. Let's check our Simmons Bank celebration list. What do you got?
Happy birthday to Stephen Beasley today, media director over at First Baptist Cleveland.
He's apparently dropping the children off at school right now. Good morning, Amy, his long-suffering wife, and she's on every prayer list in Cleveland. Oh, we love Beasley. Happy birthday. Amy, how old is he? All right, back over to you.
And then our friend Pat Fuller is also celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Pat. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can text us at that same number on the Selwood Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank gives you more for a better better banking experience with convenience in mind. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
Jeff Levingood says happy birthday to Stephen Beasley. Hey, Levingood, why don't you get him something this year? That'd be nice. Levingood also let me know that this coming Labor Day night on CNN, set your DVRs. The godfather of rock and roll, CNN is doing a 2-hour special about a man who came to Cleveland, Little Richard. If you'll recall, that was the biggest crowd in the history, maybe the history of Cleveland, but the history at least of the block party. There were 40,000 people when Little Richard, plus remember Leave It to Beaver, Jerry Mathers, Tony Dow, who we lost, Wally and Eddie Haskell, they were all there, courtesy of Alan Jones, and Check into Cash. Pop your radio up.
Mix 1041 is celebrating 30 years of being on air. We are celebrating by giving away 30 prizes over 30 weeks. Presented by TVFCU Mortgage. Register today at mymix1041.com.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty, 472-2173, bender-realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Good morning. I'm going to start you off with the radar here locally, and what you're going to notice is we don't have anything showing up, so that's some great news. We had a past couple of 48 hours that were pretty active here locally, especially with those afternoon through evening and nighttime showers and storms. That has all faded out. You don't have to worry about that really here for today. Where our big focus today, well, we're taking you back to the Gulf Coast. Again, this is Hurricane Idalia. This is your radar imagery. You're already seeing those rain effects in Florida, that yellow indicating tornado watches that are in place. There's been a couple of tornado warnings earlier this morning. There's the eye right there. When you're around that eye, so what's called the eye wall, that's where the most powerful winds are. So when we switch over and look at some of the wind gusts, the strongest winds are still offshore. So this buoy right there in the water, around 65 miles per hour, right along the coastline, the western edge of Florida, getting a lot of tropical storm force winds. But as this continues to track up northward, really over the next couple of hours, forecasted landfall around about 8 a.m. this morning, that hurricane force wind will start to move into the Big Bend area of Florida. I want to draw your eye to this location right here. This is a marker in Cedar Key, Florida. Wind right now at 44 miles per hour. Let's show you a camera that's there so you can really see what we're talking about. This is a combination of rain and storm surge. You can sort of every now and then see that wave action. This is a big problem with hurricanes, and it looks like that video might be buffering a little bit right now.
Coming up, we're going to talk about that. And then Speaker of the House of Representatives, the State House of Representatives, Cameron Sexton, who, Reg, we don't know, and just was sent some video of last night. He had, a physical run-in with one of the so-called Tennessee Three, Representative Pearson last night, Justin Pearson. At the end of the session, everybody's talking about it. He's going to do his first interview with us. And we've just received some video. Hey, Fruit Loops, if I send you some video, can you get it on
anywhere else?
Well, hang on. Can you get it on Mix TV?
Sure we can.
All right. They've sent me some video, so I'll send it to you. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Did you see the altercation?
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen anything. Depressing. So we'll talk to Speaker Sexton coming up, but now, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Ludwig, who, I had several people heard you put butter on a bagel. They said they did too.
Well, I hope so. It's great. If you haven't tried it, you should try it, Steve. I'm telling you, butter your bagel and sprinkle it with everything bagel seasoning, privately labeled by Fresh and Low. So a little local plug here. They've got some great seasonings, and it'll make your morning, Steve.
Again, like I asked after I hung up on you yesterday, when did you join the Communist Party? Because nothing goes on a bagel except Philadelphia cream cheese, and I said Philadelphia cream cheese. Thank you.
Philadelphia, okay.
And not some other flavor, not some other whatever flavor, pumpkin. You probably put pumpkin on it, Bridget. Yeah. Nothing like that.
Do you eat Cheerios versus O's?
I do not eat cereal.
Are you a food snob, Steve? You got to have the real deal.
No, I do not eat cereal. I do not like soggy food.
As his Evian water bottle is here on the table.
Hey, that's a promo. Come on, Fruit Loops, say that one. All right. I don't know. People were defending it to me yesterday. I'd never heard of it. Butter on a bagel.
Well, I can understand you not eating it, but never hearing it.
Never.
Is one thing.
Never.
So,
never. Ever.
You put cream cheese on your toast?
No. What sort of alternate AI universe are we living in? Cream cheese on my toast? You lost your mind? What's the matter with you?
My point is, what do you put on your toast? You put butter on your toast, right?
Butter and jelly.
Butter.
I haven't had toast in years, though.
What do you think a bagel is?
Excuse me?
Is a bagel not bread?
I don't have time. I mean, I don't have Mr. Linder from Linder's Bagels to come in here and give you a bagel one-on-one course.
Right.
If you think it's the same, I can't trust you anymore. It's over.
I got to get going.
All right, let's go to the report. Come on.
There's a hurricane hitting Florida, and never mind. All right, we'll move on.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. That's fine. I got the Speaker of the House over here. He's about to, he's in the prize fight of the century. Hopefully he's not listening.
What? Politicians fighting? What? That's news? Anyway, back
they're bumping into each other physically. So it's about what you're going to do to me. But anyway, go ahead. Come on.
That's right. I got to get going before. Hey, Marcus Rupp. I got to get to my bagel seat. Marcus Rupp yesterday, the Dow up 202 points, 292 to close at 34,853. The S&P up 64 to close at 4,498, and then Nasdaq up 238 points to close at 13,944. Markets are up. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, I don't know if I can believe what you just said after all that you've said prior. Butter on a bagel. Think bagels and toast are the same thing. My God, man. I mean, you're losing your mind.
Bagels and toast are both bread.
Whatever. Bridget, I can't talk. Bridget, finish the call. I can't do this.
Do you do cinnamon raisin bread?
I can't do it. Over to you.
I completely understand, Bobby.
Finish the call.
How can we get in touch with you, Bobby?
Hey, give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and life insurance needs. And if you want to enjoy breakfast and butter and toast and bagels, 473-2215. Again, it's 473-2215. Or stop by and see me, 2060 North Ocoee, right by the old Liner gas station.
Emily Goins says she's always put butter on her bread or on her bagel.
There you go.
Hey, Emily, just call Bobby and finish it on the phone, okay? I don't have time for this. Bye, Bobby. I got to go. I can't. Now I'm depressed. All right, it's a minute. Hello, Emily. It's a minute and a half before 8 a.m. Stand by for news.
When most people think of plumbing and electrical supply houses, there's an idea.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work, and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Are you tired of paying high prices for your medications? With Direct Primary Care Associates pharmacy benefits, you can get free generic medications and the health care you need without breaking the bank. Say goodbye to expensive copays and deductibles, and hello to convenient and affordable health care. Get started with Direct Primary Care Associates pharmacy benefits today and start saving on your health care expenses. Visit our website to learn more. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable health care for all.
20 years later, we've grown in many ways, but never out of that same customer-first heart to serve. Doing the right thing simply because it's right will earn your business the right way every day, every year, offering permanent steel roofing and siding at competitive prices, keeping promises, staying on time for both deliveries and pickups, making things right when we come up short. Partners like you are the reason Best Buy Metals exists.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Come see us!
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and the car business is back. Inventory's back, discounts are back, and interest rates are down. Cleveland Ford even has trade-in assistance cash available, so hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because now is the time to buy.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfasts bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Sponsored by Stoney's Appliance Repair.
Stoney's Appliance Repair, people you can trust and depend on. 423-402-6610. When you call for service, Stoney will call you back and show up. Call Stoney's Appliance Repair, 402-6610.
Mix 104.1 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
Get a complete queen-size adjustable bed with a Lindsay Line memory foam mattress for only $999 during the Mermaid Mattress Labor Day sales event going on now.
All right, for today, overcast skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, a high of 84 and a low of 61 this evening. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a high of 84 and a low of 63. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 85. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 69 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Drs. Ken and Brian Beard. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios. Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios. This is Talk 101.3 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 101.3 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
Is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Broadcasting from
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Gianna Gelosi. Bracing for impact, Hurricane Idalia is now a Category 3 storm, making landfall any moment now in the Big Bend area of Florida.
This is developing. It's becoming a hostile environment, and we could see catastrophic flooding up and down the Big Bend as the storm, Cat 4, major hurricane, continues to come in.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray in Clearwater Beach, Florida. The storm downgraded now to a Category 3. A hurricane warning has been issued for parts of coastal Georgia and South Carolina. And the actual death toll on Maui remains unclear as crews wrap up their search for victims. The death toll stands at 115, but officials released a list of 388 people known to be missing. President Biden is set to address the recovery efforts there later this afternoon as House Republicans launch a probe into both the federal and state responses. America is listening to Fox News.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Local and state news, Mix 104.1. We're on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. We're also on MixTV.tv. And in just a moment, we're going to be joined by the Speaker of the State House of Representatives, Cameron Sexton. A lot to talk with him about this morning. And we're going to go back now as the Nashville Tennessean reports this morning that Tennessee lawmakers Tuesday ended the special session called by the governor on public safety. In a particularly heated moment yesterday, House Speaker Cameron Sexton and Democratic Representative Justin Pearson, one of the two lawmakers expelled from the House in April, the so-called Tennessee 3, appeared to have a brief physical interaction where both accused each other of shoving moments after the House chamber adjourned. And I tell you what, I'm going to interrupt the story as I tell it just to go actually to the man who was there himself. We're now joined by Speaker of the State House of Representatives, Speaker Cameron Sexton. Good morning, Speaker. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. I was just in our top story this morning, which is the recap of the special session. But I want to begin. The Associated Press and also the Nashville Tennessean are saying that you, sir, were involved in a heated, I'm going to quote now, a particularly heated moment with Democratic Representative Justin Pearson, who says, this says that you appeared to have a brief physical interaction where both accused each other of shoving moments after the House chamber adjourned. And what's your reaction on all this?
Well, when we were finishing session, Representative Pearson and Jones decided to come up beside where I come off the dais. And then when I came down and was walking out the chamber, they decided to try to circle up on me. And as I was walking, my security was behind me, as you can see from the video, especially from the top angle. Looks like they stumbled, but they put their hand on me, and it pushes me forward. And then there's a camera guy on my left who's wearing I believe a green jacket or shirt that you can see, which then we moved to the right to avoid him as the the push comes from the back. And I moved to the right, and I keep walking. And if you look in the video, there's no look back to Pearson, who appeared to be on my right. And so we keep walking. And then at that point, when I get around the camera person, Pearson decides to come in from my right side and come up and take his body and try to, or actually did bump into my right side. And then that's when I turned, and then we had some words with one another.
Yeah, we're looking at the video right now on mixtv.tv, and I can see there's a man behind you. I guess that's a security person, is that right?
Yes.
And so, yeah, there's the right arm. Yep. Okay.
And then you'll see the cameraman right there taking pictures wearing green to my left, right in front of me.
Yeah, we're looking at it right now. We're looking at it right now. And let me get your reaction to this. Also, we're joined by State Speaker, State House Representatives Speaker Cameron Sexton live. Representative Pearson has now said last night he is considering filing charges against you. What do you make of that?
I mean, he can give it a shot, I guess. I don't know what charges it would be, but you can see from the video, it doesn't even appear I touched him. But, I mean, the thing is sometimes people just want to play the victim, even for their actions. And what is a fact, and you can tell that very clearly, is he comes up and bumps into my right side intentionally. And then that's when I turn and we have some words. So, it's nothing like somebody always wanting to play the victim, even when they're in the wrong.
Also, we're joined by Speaker of the House Cameron Sexton live from Nashville. Then, apparently, according to the accounts, and let me see here, we had Democratic Representative Justin Jones, another one of the so-called Tennessee Three, later, let's see here, grabbed the Speaker's gavel, your gavel, banged it, yelling, quote, "This House is out of order." Tell me about that.
Yeah, so after we finally died and in the little interaction on the floor, everybody was kind of leaving. You still had some Democrat leadership there, which you can see on the floor. And then, as the video says, if you go back and listen to the audio, at least of one of the videos from the media in the balcony, Representative Jones decides to go up to the diocese and grab the gavel from the Speaker's area and starts banging it and yelling into the gallery, which, don't take my words, but the person who's filming it says, I believe I've never witnessed this ever happening before in the General Assembly. So once again, it just shows how unhinged he is and they are, and their inability to control their emotions, and their ability that they want to cause chaos and that no rules apply to them. And I think that pretty much shows everything you need to know about that individual right there.
We're joined by Speaker of the State, Speaker of the State House Representatives, Speaker Cameron Sexton, live from Nashville. I'm going to read the statement the media received from Governor Bill Lee last night as we look back now on what was a nearly 2-week special session called by the governor. He said, quote, "We've made some headway this week. 4 of our bills passed significant funding focused on issues that matter to public safety. We've improved the background check system, attacked human trafficking, improved access to safe gun storage, and funded mental health resources across the state. We made progress," end quote. What's your reaction to his statement?
Well, all those things are true. I mean, there is progress that was made. You know, on the House side, we passed some additional bills that we thought would be beneficial. That would need to be taken up in August and not wait till January. We couldn't get to an agreement with the Senate. The Senate just wanted to do the 4, and so we had multiple meetings with them. They kept telling us we're not doing anything other than these 4. I think the House ended up passing an additional 16, 17 bills potentially outside of those 4. And so we couldn't get there. We couldn't get there on the legislation, but, you know, on the House side, we'll take the bills that we passed and we'll put them back in January. We know we're going to pass them on the House. Hopefully the Senate can get them up and running and pass them in January. And so there was improvements in the House. We'd like to have done a little bit more, but we couldn't get all sides to agree.
Joined by Speaker of the House, Cameron Sexton. And you and I talked about, I think in our last conversation last Friday, the mental health potential and grant funding, that sort of thing. So lawmakers appropriated $50 million in grant funding to mental health agencies. Also $30 million in school safety grants to public and private higher education institutions, $12.1 million, and also recruitment and retention bonuses for mental health professionals. What do you make of that, Mr. Speaker?
Yeah, when when all of our members were working on the special session and legislation ideas, we met with stakeholders from the mental health facilities. We met with mental health providers. And the one thing that we kept hearing about teen care reimbursement rates and the mental health safety net, which helps pay for uninsured individuals, is they're losing tens of millions of dollars if you're a facility, and the reimbursement rate was less than for substance abuse. And so, you know, we had a bill that tried to bring in parity. We passed it. We couldn't get it passed in the Senate, but we were able to get with the Senate and approve an appropriation that will help based on last year's numbers and what was spent to help them achieve a little bit higher reimbursement rate, which will help them at least until we get back to where they can maintain what they have and they don't have to choose an option of maybe losing beds or closing the facility altogether.
All right, we have a question now from our news director, Emily Beatty. She wanted me to ask you about, I know you had a juvenile court bill, and she's asking about the future of your juvenile court bill.
Yeah, we passed it on the House side. That was after the Democrats walked out, and it made session a lot more calm. I'll say that when they chose to do that. But that bill came through committee. It was passed on the House floor. There's a few no votes from Republicans, but the overwhelming majority, supermajority of the Republicans voted for it. So we're hopeful. We think it will help not solve it, but it will give more tools and resources to the DA and to the judges. And it's a bill that would hold the juveniles accountable. There's 6 things in there. They have to do 3 of the 6, like not commit another crime, not violate probation, get their GED or high school diploma, stay in school, make good grades, find employment. So it's things that would help them turn their life around, that you can hold them accountable, so that if they don't accomplish 3 of those 6, which are not difficult, then they would be held over to adult court. So it kind of gives us the capability of holding juveniles accountable and trying to get their lives turned around.
Speaker of the House, Cameron Sexton, anything you want to add here before we go, Mr. Speaker?
No, I always appreciate the opportunity to come on with you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Speaker of the State House of Representatives, Cameron Sexton, with his comments about what was a very heated, moment late yesterday as they ended that special session. So, you know, you worked there. Were you an intern? Is that right?
I was, yes.
So that's of course, a historic state capitol, beautiful state capitol.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you ever see it that active when you were there?
No, actually, I did not. It's fairly quiet.
Are we maybe breaking some new ground?
Yeah.
Not in an entirely pleasant way at all.
Right.
But anyway, so if you're just joining us, that was fascinating reaction. Hey, Fruit Loops, you actually did something right, getting that video up on TV. That's pretty good.
Yes, that was a great interview.
I'm talking about, I'm trying, well, passively.
Look, I'm trying to compliment you on your interview.
And I was trying to compliment you.
Job.
I was trying to compliment you. And you don't know how to take a compliment. Just say thank you.
It's just Super Nice Wednesday. We're just complimenting each other.
Bridget, if you'll notice, we're interrupting each other to compliment each other. No, I got that. If you missed that, or if you're listening on the radio, you can go back and see the video. And I mean, you can see for yourself what happened last night. I will say, hey, can you run that one more time, Austin? Because so again, the speaker's contention. Here we go. The speaker's contention is he was pushed into Pearson. Representative Pearson. Maybe one more time. You see the right arm of the guy behind him? That was a security man. That's what he was saying. Of course, I know it's this fascinating radio, but right there. So yeah, it looks as if, Bridget, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it looks as if he's pushed into by his own security man. Yeah. Right there. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, of course, whatever. It is 16 after the hour, and a man who I believe should be pushed in the back this morning is Mark Shepard.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Key Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. Don Ledford Automotive Center is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Mix 1041 as our prize partner this week. Register to win 2 tickets to the Georgia football home opener Saturday night, plus a tailgate prize package courtesy of Don Ledford Automotive Center. Register by calling or texting now 614-6499. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. Drive safely out there as you make your way in. And as always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwa Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. The YMCA's after-school program is a safe place for children to play, learn, and grow when out of school. Find out more at ymcachattanooga.org. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. The YMCA's after-school program is a safe place for children to play, learn, and grow when out of school. Find out more at ymcachattanooga.org.
This is Thomas Williams.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one. And there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great. And their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates. A $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
At Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, the tradition was founded by Ralph and Stella Buckner and continued by Ralph Buckner Jr. and his wife, Shari Buckner. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory is a tradition of service. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, caring for Cleveland families whenever they need them. Visit ralphbuckner.com.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
Or upgrade any iCool or L&K set to an adjustable for free.
Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Elevate your siding projects with Cleveland Exteriors. Ascend fiberglass siding built with lasting beauty and low maintenance. Cleveland Exteriors, your trusted partner for exceptional siding. Visit clevelandexteriors.com or call today.
Did you know that drinking and driving is a leading cause of traffic fatalities? It kills more than 28 people in the United States every day. That means one person every 52 minutes. Statistically, young people are the most at risk to drink and drive, but not everyone's doing it. Don't drink and drive.
Of course, Tiffany and the whole family, it's a tough day. It really is. But I tell you what, Larry, this is probably, I don't know. Larry, is football season or Christmas better? I don't know. But maybe equal. I know Larry and I both love this time of the year. And, you know, one of the great things we can always count on is that for 46 years, you can go to the town squire and you can get your football tickets early. And that saves you a lot of time, especially on what is this Friday night. I don't know in modern times if we've ever had a bigger Friday night. We're going to have this Friday. Kickoff 7 o'clock. Cleveland at Walker Valley, and then Maryville at Bradley. Now, that Maryville-Bradley game is the biggest game in the state in 6A Friday night. Now, Larry reminds you he already has the Maryville-Bradley tickets for Bradley, and he is among the retailers who are offering, who have the tickets for Cleveland at Walker Valley, such a special night there with the pediatric cancer goal game and all of that. It's going to be a big, big night there. So Larry's got all your tickets at the Town Squire. Sports around the corner.
Stoney's Appliance Repair. People you can trust and depend on. At vascularinstituteofchattanooga.com.
Go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center at 823. Labor Day savings already in progress at Mermaid Mattress on Georgetown Road off 25th Street. That's at the factory. Stewart Road, just down from First Baptist Cleveland.
Now is the time to take advantage of 5 years interest-free financing when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic mattress set from this area's original Tempur-Pedic dealer, Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have partly cloudy skies this morning, becoming mainly cloudy this afternoon. A high of 84 and a low of 61 this evening.
Would be nice if you try to do it sober at least one time.
For tomorrow, sunny skies, a high of 85 and a low of 63. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 84. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 70 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Michael Jackson would have been 65 years old.
Now, that's been going in and out. So a big thing with hurricanes is not just those wind gusts, but the water. Major impacts with inland rain flooding and also that storm surge along the coast. So 5 a.m. advisory. Here's the update. Now technically a Category 4 hurricane. Max sustained winds at 130 miles per hour. Notice this red color. Those are hurricane warnings extending into southern portions of Georgia. So forecasted to make landfall at about 8 a.m. this morning with the strongest winds. pushing through Georgia still as a hurricane, not until entering into South Carolina, weakening really into a tropical storm and then bending back out to the ocean. Now, with this arch that goes like that, major impacts from Florida, Georgia, South Carolina to North Carolina. For us here locally, it helps us out. So we're not going to see one of those big time soaker tropical events here locally. In fact, just kind of getting clipped with that rainfall. So here's Futurecast. You see the spiral of Idalia. You see us this morning kind of partly cloudy, but beginning to fill in. Today will become mostly cloudy as we have that kind of outer cloud deck of this full rotation and winds coming from the north to the northeast for our local area. Again, landfall around that 8 a.m. time frame. Now, notice as we get towards about noon, that rain gets closer to us. And I think especially between about 2 and 7 p.m., that's when we could see some outer rain bands pushing into our local area. So we know we're going to have some clouds today. We'll have that breeze. And then our southeastern communities have the chance for a little bit of rainfall. Now, some of these mountain locations especially have already picked up heavy rain over the past 48 hours. So any additional rainfall may lead to some localized flooding, even though in the big picture, it'll be pretty minimal compared to other spots due to Idalia. By this evening time, we start to see some clearing for our western communities, and then especially tonight as this pushes further off to the east, that's really going to help clear us out. Humidity gradually falling through the day today into tonight. So when we talk about our chance of rain location for this Wednesday, mainly in this dark green area right here, the further to the west, especially northwest you are, pretty much staying dry for the day today. So I have those overall chances just at 30%. Beyond today, it's a pretty quiet weather week, maybe a stray shower on Friday. That's about it. Our temperatures are still going to be a little bit below normal the next few days, and then 90s return just in time for that Labor Day weekend, another pool day, another day out on the boat. So we have a lot of goodness heading our way. We just have to get through today. But again, for us here locally, nothing like some of those other effects along the Florida coastline, just getting the breeze, some clouds, and a few of those southeastern showers. Notice that low tomorrow morning. 64 degrees. Because of the humidity falling, it will be cooler tomorrow. We'll have some spots that start the day tomorrow in the 50s.
Wow.
So kind of heads up for that.
A name and brand that you can trust. Wholesale Supply has been serving the Southeast for over 75 years. Whether you need plumbing, electrical, or HVAC supplies, Wholesale Supply can provide you with the products that you need to complete any job, big or small. Supplying brands such as Kohler, Delta, Rinnai, Progress Lighting, and so many more. With 32 locations across the Southeast, Wholesale Supply is your hometown plumbing, electrical, and HVAC supplier. To find a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open Monday through Friday and open to the public.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Of the House, Cameron Sexton. And so if you missed the interview with Speaker Sexton following what is being described by the Nashville Tennessean is a physical interaction with Representative Justin Pearson, one of the so-called Tennessee Three expelled last April in the State House. You can go back and watch it at mixtv.tv. But right now, we have our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
Happy birthday to Stephen Beasley today, media director over at First Baptist Cleveland. And then also our friend Pat Fuller is celebrating her birthday today as well.
Well, it could not, listen, there couldn't be two more different people than Beasley and Pat Fuller, because Pat Fuller is busy working for the community. Beasley's trying to figure out how the community can work for him. So it'd be absolutely the opposite situation. I love Beasley, but, you know, so settle down.
Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the Volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Selwa Darren text line. That's Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. The Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
Our buddy Chris Young is here with Health Markets. Chris, how are you, man?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing today?
I'm I'm doing great. So what's the latest? What's happening at Health Markets?
So right now we're really excited. The enrollment seasons are getting ready to kick into gear. We've got new carriers that are coming into the market. Some that have been, up in Knoxville, up in other states. They're bringing a lot of new options to the area. So we're trying to learn everything we can about their plans. We're trying to coordinate, looking at the different plan benefits and reviewing, current clients. And we're doing a lot of background work right now ahead of time, trying to get ahead of the curve, because they're always making changes to the enrollment season and the requirements and stuff like that. So, staying compliant is one of our biggest things at Health Markets. So we're excited about it. It's just, it's a lot of background admin work that's, not fun to talk about, but fun to make sure we're getting right.
Chris Young with Health Markets. So what do you tell people? Well, first of all, when does it all begin?
So we can actually start talking to Medicare eligible individuals starting October 1st. A lot of people don't realize that between October 1st and October 14th is what's called the educational period. I can actually meet with people and say, hey, this is what your current plan looks like. This is what the plan's going to look like next year. And we can start discussing, any changes that we want to do. We can't start doing enrollments until October 15th. So that's when a lot of people start really wanting to sit down. And so you go from October 15th to December 7th for Medicare. And then health insurance, the enrollment period for theirs there's changed a little bit. So this year it goes from November 1st to actually January 15th.
Wow.
So, anything we do between the November 1st and December 15th goes into effect January 1st. And then from the January 1st to the 15th, they'll actually go into effect February 1st.
Chris Young joins us with Health Markets. Why is this so important? I mean, for those who may not realize it, why? I mean, tell them why it's important.
So I'm actually working with a client right now that's a really good example of this. She'd been a client of mine for years, and she got in a rush with a move, and she spoke with a specific carrier rep. That's all that person talked about was one carrier. And that carrier rep failed to mention some network changes that were really important to the plan. And so she calls me yesterday kind of freaking out a little bit, and so we're actually trying to work to see what we can do about changes for her. Because when you have several different plans, it's no longer, I don't frankly care in the sense of what carrier I'm writing. I'm just trying to make sure people are in the position that they need to be in. I think I've said it before where I just don't want to lose sleep. I don't want an 8 o'clock phone call saying, hey, you did something wrong. One of these days, the saying that's probably going to be engraved on my tombstone is all systems work perfectly until you put a human in it. I try not to be that human. But
that's pretty good.
But I try not to be that human, and I don't want those 8 o'clock phone calls. And so, I had a client 2 days ago who I really, really wish I could have done something for them. They're spending a lot of money, but unfortunately their specific position where they were really where they needed to be. So, I was just like, hey, listen, I can move you, but I don't think it's really something you want to do.
So you're, obviously Chris Young joins us, Health Markets. You are out for the best interest of your client. You're out for really what's going to help them.
Yes, exactly. So, one of the things I'm really excited is that, we're part of this community, and I don't want to be walking, I keep walking into the grocery store and I see people that I know. I don't want to be bombarded in the grocery store saying, hey, this plan was terrible. I don't think anybody ever really wants that. And so, I look forward to sitting down with people, getting to know people, but also making sure they're just where they need to be.
All right, so Chris Young, Health Markets, how can people reach you? How do they get a hold of you?
So my cell phone is 423-313-7987. My email address is my first initial C and last name Young, Y-O-U-N-G, at healthmarkets.com. And if you call my cell phone and I don't answer, on my voicemail is my assistant's phone number. You can give her a call. I like to joke that if we're doing our jobs right, I'm in an appointment and can't answer my phone. So, give her a call. She'd be more than happy to help you out.
Anything you want to add here, Chris?
I'm just really excited. I'm also really tired because my oldest son had his first baseball game last night.
Oh, and I saw you at the grand opening of Refined Looks last night in the Hayes Hand Center.
Yeah.
You've really become very active with our Chamber of Commerce, despite the lack of leadership, and I know you feel this way. The CEO, Mike Griffin, who we are having Mike's listening right now, who we're going to have a special session, try to get him fired. I know you agree with me on that. He's terrible. He embarrassed himself again last night.
I'm a volunteer with the chamber, so I don't feel like they're going to have a big loss if I leave. So.
No, not you, him.
But I've enjoyed working with the chamber and seeing a lot of the new companies that have come into town personally. We've got a coffee shop that just came in that I'm trying my best not to spend all my money at.
What's that?
Just Love Coffee.
Oh, Just Love Coffee. Our buddy Brad Emmendorfer, yeah.
Yes, doing my best to. It's one of those places where I'd love to go spend my money, and I can't afford to spend all my money because
you just love coffee.
Because I just love coffee. Yes.
Hey, we'll work something out with Brad and him. Chris Young, Health Markets. Boy, I tell you, we have loved getting to know you. You've done a tremendous job. We're hearing great things about you. Let's get your contact information out one more time.
Yeah, my cell phone is 423-313-7987, and then my email address is my first initial C, last name Young, Y-O-U-N-G @healthmarkets.com.
Chris, great to see you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead and get started, folks, at what do they call it, Medicare enrollment or re-enrollment?
It's, if you want to be technical, it's the annual enrollment period.
Annual enrollment period. It all begins very soon. Chris Young, Health Markets. Thank you, Chris. And we'll come right back with more in a moment.
This news update is brought to you by Newlyweds Foods. Newlyweds Foods is hiring. Call them at 423-559-0909 or visit newlywedsfoods.jobs.net and search Cleveland Jobs.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna give you more.
Attention shoppers, learn more about our Picky Promise.
This produce looks amazing, and it smells so fresh. Food City is as picky about produce as I am, and that's hard to do. But they make it look easy with their Picky Promise. If it's ever not fresh, they'll replace it.
That's cool. And I thought their helpful certified butchers were the coolest thing about this place.
It's all here.
Nobody does food like Food City.
At some point in your life, you may be faced with a legal challenge, whether it be a personal injury, a business dispute, or family matter. Our goal is to overcome your legal obstacles and get your life back on track.
If you or a loved one have been injured or have legal issues confronting you and your family, talk with someone on our team. We will investigate your problem to determine the facts and the law. Working together, we can develop a plan to obtain the result you deserve.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
Everyone there at the Porsche dealership are so personable and very knowledgeable that we just keep coming back. What I was looking for was a sport utility that was sporty and attractive and had the ability to perform to my expectations. The service department goes above and beyond with their routine service maintenance, and they get me out of there quickly. Chattanooga Auto Square. Luxury lives here.
Prescription drugs can be expensive, but there's a solution. Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits can save you money on your prescription drugs. With access to free generics, discounted brand name medication prices, and a team of healthcare providers who work with you to find the most affordable options, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best deal. Say goodbye to the stress and financial burden of expensive healthcare and medication costs. Visit our website to learn more about how Direct Primary Care Associates Pharmacy Benefits can save you money on your prescription drugs. Direct Primary Care Associates, affordable health care for all.
Buddies, well, Buddy will be your buddy. How about that? Buddy's Barbecue on Paula Parkway. Well, hey, Bridget, I know you don't know this. Today is Wednesday. I know you didn't know that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're like my children. They always say, hey, Dad, what day is it? Of course, I tell them the wrong day. Anyway, Buddy's Barbecue, and I would tell you more, but I can't find the copy because people like to just dump a bunch of papers here, and they leave it out. You have it over there? Buddy's Barbecue?
I do not, no.
Totally off the top of my head. Buddy's Barbecue is, well, they're great. So here's what you need to do. You can go to Buddy's, and simply, it's Wednesday, so don't worry about cooking. They got the Feed 5 or Feed 10 family meals. They got a great drive-through. They cater everything. I don't even need the copy. I can just tell you. I mean, they got some of the best ribs anywhere, by the way. And they'll cook it all up for you tonight on a midweek Wednesday night. Also, this portion of Mixed Morning sponsored by a place where a bunch of us were last evening. And I got to tell you, unbelievable. Refined Looks and the world-famous Hayes Hand Center right there off of Paula Parkway. And here's what I didn't know.
What?
I don't know a lot, but I don't know how you're still sitting here. But anyway, so where you see, so you know where Chipotle is, and we've got about 10 other businesses stacked in there. So where you see Refined Looks and Hayes Hand Center, this is on Paula Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole parking lot behind it.
Mm.
That's where the entrance is.
Okay.
So Dwayne was doing a live broadcast yesterday afternoon. I'm calling him, hey, where are you? Well, Steve, we're under the mixed tent, but it's on the back side of the desert. No, they got a whole parking lot. It's on the other side.
How about that?
So, man, were they great. Got to meet all the doctors. I'm telling you. That's a real deal over there. So tell us more about it.
Yeah, so whether you're looking for a subtle change to your face or a more dramatic transformation for your body, Refined Looks leads the way. Call their Cleveland office at 423-331-5300 or visit refinedlooks.com to book your appointment. Beauty begins here at Refined Looks.
This guy, well, and I saw Mike Griffin, chairman of the chamber. He was trying to get me to go ahead and get some Botox. And then we had the eye washing stations, which they were trying to turn me up, wash my eyes out. And, you know, by the way, it can only improve things, okay? Let's, I'll back away from this. Let's head to the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Matter of fact, Roger's over there right now as we speak. All right, Roger, come on.
Our anniversary Lindsay Line Queen mattress is on sale now for only $499. A mattress you can flip and rotate just like you used to, but only at Mermaid Mattress.
I understand there were some people gathered at 1:30 yesterday at Mermaid waiting for Roger to come out and do the flip and rotate. They had their tacos from the taco truck.
Yeah.
If you try to go today, he only does that on Tuesdays. So go back next Tuesday, 1:30. There was a crowd gathered, and sadly, much like all of Roger's friends, was disappointed. He didn't come out. Back over to you, like the groundhog, just once a year. I don't know. He told me it was every Tuesday.
Okay.
He did not show up yesterday.
Too bad. For today, mostly cloudy skies, a high of 83 and a low of 60 tonight. For tomorrow, sunny skies, a high of 84 and a low of 62. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 84. Your current Simply Baked temperature is 71 degrees.
This Mix 104.1 Weathercast is sponsored by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of the aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
All right, the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, hello, human kindness. Braves got a win again over the Rockies. 3-1 last night. Braves at the Rockies tonight, 8:40. First pitch here on Mix 104.1. Driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. At the U.S. Open in New York last night, on the women's side, Venus Williams eliminated very quickly last night, the 43-year-old legend. Out of the tournament, Americans Jessica Pegula, Madison Keys, Sophia Kenin all advanced last night. On the men's side, number 1 seeded Carlos Alcaraz won as his opponent was injured and retired. Andy Murray and John Isner both advanced. High school volleyball last night. Cleveland High School shut out Ray County 3-0. Soccer, Walker Valley over McMinn County 4-1. The Ryder Cup, the United States Ryder Cup team has been announced. And they include Brooks Koepka, who's the only player from the LIV Tour on the team. Scotty Scheffler, Wyndham Clark, Brian Harmon, Patrick Cantlay, Max Homa, Xander Schauffele, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa.
Are you interested in making
I'm not
a career
interested now,
change?
Emily. I apologize. Let's see here. Colin Morikawa, Sam Burns, Ricky Fowler, and Justin Thomas. The Ryder Cup, where the United States will face Europe, is September 25th through October 1st in Rome. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute blockbuster. We're labeling it, Bridget. We're labeling it Blockbuster Friday night.
Yeah.
Because Friday night, 7 o'clock in Cleveland, Tennessee, it's going to be big time. We have the Pediatric Cancer Gold Game. Cleveland High School at Walker Valley High School. Friday night kickoff at 7 o'clock. That will be on 99.1 FM and Mix 104.1 Radio. Also, MixTV.tv. Get your tickets early at Monogram Market, Cobbles Automotive, and at the Town Squire, your high school football ticket hub for 46 years. And Bridget, at the exact same time, 7 o'clock Friday night, it's the biggest game in the state. And 6A, Class 6A, Maryville at Bradley. Oh, my goodness. Kickoff 7 o'clock. We'll have coverage with Gary and Earl on Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Of course, all of this on the Mix 104.1 app, where you can listen and watch on the Southeast Tennessee Football Headquarters page. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, and thank you very much to Gwen Schwarrier and the Bradley Central High School Media Network, we're going to have both games on Mix TV at the same time. We've never been able to do this before. All of our coverage supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Get your tickets early for the Maryville at Bradley game at the Town Squire. Friday night, 7 o'clock. Bridget, it's going to be an unbelievable night in this community.
It is, absolutely. So, yeah, again, mymix1041.com. Download our free Mix 1041 app. Don't miss a thing.
All right, and we'll be ready to go. 14 for the hour. Coming up, our friends from Oh Yeah Health and Fitness having a huge night tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about that with Joe Albert. All coming up. Stand by for more sports, sponsored in part by Solutions Finance of Tennessee. Solutions Finance of Tennessee.
Why rain on come to Best Buy Metals?
For 20 years, Best Buy Metals has provided permanent steel roofing. Additionally, we've expanded to manufacture metal siding, including steel, board and batten, and traditional lap siding. We also offer custom pole barns, from a simple roof-only structure to a fully enclosed building. Stop by one of our 7 showrooms today or visit us online 24/7 at bestbuymetalroof.com.
The summer sales event is on at Cleveland Ford, and the car business is back. Inventory's back, discounts are back, and interest rates are down. Cleveland Ford even has trade-in assistance cash available, so hurry to Cleveland Ford today, because now is the time to buy.
Serenity Funeral Homes. Convenient, caring, affordable. Cleveland's most affordable funeral home. Completely remodeled. Offering cremations as low as $5.95. Funerals, $15.95. SerenityofCleveland.com. When trust matters most.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by the Vascular Institute. June is Men's Health Month. Being aware of your health and engaging with your primary care provider is the first step in regaining control of your health to enjoy a happier and healthier life. Heart disease is the most common cause of death in men in the United States. Know the symptoms and check your risk factors. Take a proactive approach to control what you can, such as establishing a primary care provider, exercising daily and eating a healthy diet, managing your diabetes, blood pressure, and cholesterol, and quitting smoking. This Medical Minute is brought to you by the Vascular Institute. For more information about vascular disease, visit vascularinstituteofchattanooga.com or call them at 423-602-2750 to be evaluated. No referral is needed, and appointments are within 1 week.
TVFCU Mortgage Department. Don't forget, when you get your mortgage at TVFCU, they will pay for your appraisal which will save you hundreds of dollars. This week, our prize partner, Don Ledford Automotive Center. You can visit donledford.com. But, Bridget, let's talk about our prize package, really, this week.
Yeah, that's right. So you have the chance to win 2 tickets to the Georgia football home opener this Saturday night, plus a tailgate prize package courtesy of Don Ledford Automotive Center. So to win that, you can call or text us this morning, 614-6499. Again, our number is 614-6499. Call or text us to get in on the Mix 30 prize for this week.
Joe Albert joins us with, oh, yeah. Joe, how are you? How are you?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you.
It is great seeing you. And first of all, just an update. How's everything going with our friends at Oh Yeah Health and Fitness?
You know, I think this has probably been our most fun and rewarding summer in the 4 years that we've now been open. Yeah. And, you know, we got this big party lined up for tomorrow we're really excited about. And I think when people talk about health and fitness, I think the big thing that I really hope they understand is that, you know, it's about having fun and getting results, right? And so even our name, you know, that's how we want you to feel when you leave the club. Oh, yeah, that was a great workout. And you come into our clubs and, you know, this is the vibe that we have from our staff. We have very happy people that work with us. And then you got color, and then you got music, and you got energy, and 2 stories, and people walking around. I mean, there's so much you can get accomplished in there. And like I said, we're just having so much fun. And tomorrow night will be the crown jewel on our summer. And so we're hoping a lot of people turn out, and we give away lots of prizes, and eat lots of food, and make you fat so you come back on Saturday and work out again.
That's pretty smart. Like my buddy Dr. Ken Beard and Brian, and now Baylor Terrell, at the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. So they have chocolate chip cookies to make sure your teeth, see what I'm saying? And then they get you
I'll
back.
have to see if I can get some of those.
Exactly. We're joined by Joe Albert. Oh, yeah, health and fitness. Before we talk about tomorrow night, and there's so much to talk about, let's talk about your sizzling summer special. What's happening?
Yep. Right now it's only 99 cents to get started. And then it's $14 a month. That's for 2 people, and so you can't beat our price point. And you know, it's never about pricing, but it's always nice to have something to get you in there, because once you start to look better, feel better, move better, you just can't put a value on how much that is worth. You know, so I've always said that, you know, exercise is an investment. It's not an expense. You're investing in yourself, and so you really have to have a little skin in the game. You really have to, you know, just have an incentive to want to come and use it. And so if you pay for it, a lot of times that makes people say, well, I better go, I'm paying for it.
So for people who have never been, we've got a lot of new people in this community.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Health and Fitness, by the way, at the Village Green Town Center. So what are they going to find when they come in, Joe?
Well, I think you're going to find, first of all, you're going to get greeted. You're going to get greeted by people that care. You know, I've always believed that people don't care how much you know until how much you care. So we have a staff that, like I said earlier, is very friendly. Very welcoming. Come into the club. We'd love to be able to sit down with you for a couple minutes and just find out your goals. You know, just find out why you're there. And I think anything in life, you have to have a goal, and then you have to have a reason, a why factor as to why that goal is important to you, and then you come in. So we'll give you a tour of a 32,000 square foot club. It's not a museum tour, you know, so we're not going to take you through every nook and cranny, but it's really just about finding out what's important to you. And, you know, and once we find out what's important to you, then we'll take you to the things that we think would help you. And then just let you make your choice if this is a place you want to hang out for a while to be able to reach your goals.
So you also have the longevity lounge, I believe. You have the cryo, you have salt therapy, you have all that.
Correct.
That really sets you apart also.
Well, yeah, and I think what science is proving is that it's not how hard you work out, it's how fast you recover, right? And so if people really want to get results, you have to think about it. You're going to come in, you're going to work really hard, and you're going to be tired, you're going to be sore. And so when you come back again, you want to be recovered so you can work out harder again the next time you come in. And so the therapies just allow you to work on that inflammation when you're sore, and circulation is what makes it go away. So you get to sit down, relax, have your body move, go through these treatments that will help with inflammation, and then you'll feel better next time you come in the club.
No, Larry Gurney, the owner of Oh Yeah Health and Fitness, you know, he was showing me around a while back, and you've got one room that is just filled, for instance, with the cycles, cycles. I mean,
cycling,
but the cycling.
cycling.
That's just an example. I mean, it's filled with them.
Yeah, there's so many different things. I
know it's a lot to.
And just on a fun thought, right next to that we have our tornado tube, right?
That's right.
And that's that wind tunnel that we put in a long time ago. And people walk through that thing, and I can't believe the smiles on their faces, like, oh wow, there's the air blowing on them, it cools you off.
And there it is. It's all about fun. Joe Albert joins us. Oh yeah, Health and Fitness. All right, Joe. Tomorrow night, like you said, the capstone of the summer. You guys had a wonderful summer there at Oh Yeah Health and Fitness. Of course, you can go to ohyeahlife.com, but just take a tour at the Village Green Town Center, as Larry says. Take your clothes with you. Go try a free workout. Try it out. But tell us about tomorrow night. Boy, you got some great prizes tomorrow night, Joe.
Yes, sir. We're giving away a big screen TV. We're giving away a griddle. We're giving away a PlayStation 5. We got lots of gift cards we're giving away, lots of supplements. A lot of vendors going to be there, passing out things, giving out things.
We'll be there, but we want people to still come. If we say that Brett
you're bringing the chocolate chip cookies, right?
Well, yeah, Dr. Beard said go ahead and count him in. But how do people win? I mean, how do they register for all this?
Well, all summer long we've been passing out tickets, right? We come in to work out, you get a ticket, bring a friend, you get a ticket. All these different ways you can get tickets, and then we've doubled all the incentives now, and people are coming in. We're just giving out tickets to our members, and they'll show up tomorrow night with all their tickets, and then we'll have somebody come up, we'll draw out some names like we did back in February when you guys were there, and hopefully have a lot of fun giving out prizes all night.
And so it's not too late if people want to come today, even, or maybe before tomorrow the party, they could still come.
Yep. This takes one ticket.
I know.
Right?
I was going to say, this takes one to win the lottery or whatever. It's the big summer beach party and competition at Oh Yeah Health and Fitness tomorrow, and I believe I need an eye test. Is it 5 to 7? Is that right? Or 3 to 7?
5, 7.
I can't see this. 5. He's got it on the screen, so I can't see it. So the big grand prize is Blackstone Gretel, PlayStation 5, and that big-time college football season starting. You got that big Samsung big screen television. Joe, so glad to see you.
Thank you.
Tell Larry I said hey.
I will.
I think the world of you guys. You've done it right. And by the way, I don't want to dwell on this, but you guys literally survived the pandemic, the closure, but you've come out stronger and bigger and better than ever.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Stephen. I think for people to really understand, in all seriousness, the hardest part about getting in shape is always just getting started.
That's right.
It's just making that first step to come in and say, here I am, and then it's just repetition. You just keep coming, do a little bit more each day, and you don't have to, you're not competing against anybody else. Come in, have fun. We give you 7 days free to try it out.
That's
no
right.
obligation for anything.
That's right.
And we just want you to get that experience, and hopefully it works for you.
They have a real heart for people. I've known Larry for many, many years, and Joe and their entire staff. Go to ohyeahlife.com, and you can, as Joe said, you can fill out the form, get 7 days free before you buy. Tell you what, I know Larry always tells me, hey, give some passes away. I tell you what, it is 8:57 for the next 5 minutes. For the next 5 minutes, we're going to give away as many of you who want to call and get a free 7-day pass. We'll do it right now. You can. I tell you what. We'll call or text Bridget if you'll give them the information on how they can do that. So for 5 minutes,
I would take it a step farther and say, just give them a free month.
What?
Yeah, just give them
Wow.
Come on in. Just come on down.
Oh my goodness! Did you hear that?
That's a script out of Larry's book because he's like Santa Claus. You know,
I know. If you call or text us in the next 5 minutes, you get a free month at 32,000 square feet, Village Green Town Center in Cleveland. So, Bridget, give them the information, would you?
Okay, you can call us right now, the Volunteer Ridipest Mix Line, 614-6499, or text us at that same number. That's the Sell with Darren text line, Darren Miller, eXp Realty. Again, our number is 614-6499. Call or text us right now.
And, Bridget, remind everybody you'll be there at tomorrow night.
That's right, tomorrow night from 5 to 7. We're excited about it.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, it makes sense.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
You know, Mermaid makes and sells the best mattresses made in America.
Only in America?
Well, I was trying to be humble, but really best in the whole world.
Oh, now it's the whole world.
Well, I'm not sure what the other planets are doing.
During our Labor Day sales event, compare our Mermaid mattresses to the best in the world. And we'll give you a free pillow just for coming in to try our mattresses.
Or upgrade any iCool or L&K set to an adjustable for free.
Only at Mermaid Mattress, Chattanooga's best of the best mattress store.
Or maybe the whole universe.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty. Mixed Mornings on Mixed TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixedTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9, MixedTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
Mix 1041 is celebrating 30 years of being on air.
That's over 15 million minutes of providing you with up-to-date information.
As we say good morning to you with local and state news, Mix 1041.
Crews are working an accident on the interstate, I-75 northbound. Sports coverage.
The Cleveland High School Blue Raiders on Mix 1041. Today's best mix of music.
Hi, this is Sia.
Hi, it's Harry Styles.
We've been doing all this late night talking. This is Mix 1041.
And a little mischief from our cast of on-air personalities. I was available all day yesterday. I don't know why.
Reginald predict a snowstorm heading in.
Yeah. I think it was better off not running weather.
Austin.
Whoa, hello.
But most importantly, we are celebrating 30 years of creating community.
From all of us at WCLE, thank you.
Thank you for listening to us all these years.
We welcome you to join us in the celebration.
Back locally, fire crews say lightning sparked a house fire on Longham Court in North Chattanooga last night. The strike was the reason for the flames. They were able to contain to the attic of this home. However, there's extensive smoke and water damage to the residents. No one was home at the time. 2 Chattanooga firefighters were transported to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries. They were released.
Homeowners can be proactive to prevent a lightning strike to their house.
And Dallas Payton spoke with an electrician about some things homeowners should know. Dallas?
Greg, Cindy, first thing you want to do is have an electrician check your electric system at your home to make sure it's properly grounded. The next thing you want to do is have a lightning rod installed. Elemental Electric owner Seth Westbrook Toker explained that grounding is a method where conductive components of a house are tied to the ground.
So we actually drive 8-foot long rods into the dirt, and then we tie that with some wire, and all that runs back to your electrical system. So if anything bad occurs, too much voltage, it goes into the ground.
He said Westbrook Toker says most of the damage homeowners never see.
Sometimes you can see like a burnt outlet or a burnt switch, like it'll have some smoke damage, something like that. But often it's your electrical components, like the circuit board of your washing machine or your refrigerator. And it simply does not work the way it used to, or it doesn't, or it just stops altogether.
All right, let's go inside the Mermaid mattress weather center. Hey, Fruit Loops, can you put the forecast up so I can see it? Or we just need an engraved? I don't want to look at myself. Do you have the forecast? Thank you. Mark Gravel stole the forecast.
Look, you told me you were going to play a song. You told me a fib.
Well, change my mind. You change your mind all the time. I wish you'd change your mind about working here. It's 8. Well, just wait for a few minutes. We got to close the show out. 85 today, low tonight 70. Boy, beautiful tomorrow. Thursday 86, 65. And then Friday 86, but then Friday night for this blockbuster high school football Friday night we've got in Cleveland. It's 67 for the low. We're going to be joined by our friends from FCA in about 20 seconds. Stand by.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Mix 1041 WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens. Download the free Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
This weather forecast is brought to you by M&M Construction, locally owned, specializing in all varieties of construction. Call Andy at M&M Construction, 423-284-0487.
Well, we look forward to this every month. It's our FCA Athlete of the Month and also Coach of the Month. We're joined now by Matt Moore, who's our, I guess, Ocoee Region Director. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what they call me. Yeah.
Matt, how are you, buddy?
Man, I'm doing great. We're kicking off the school year. We just had a training at First Baptist yesterday with all 8 of our schools, our middle schools and high schools, that are public schools, and we did a training with all of our leadership kids there, and had a fantastic time yesterday. About 110 students, and just an incredible moment to really look forward to this next year. We talked about Fields of Faith, but we talked about what they're doing on their each campus. Like it's some exciting stuff we've got going on, Steve.
You just mentioned Fields of Faith. Just go ahead and remind us when this is coming up.
Yeah, so Fields of Faith is an evening where all of our churches, all of our students, all of our middle school, high school students get together. We're going to be at Raider Arena this year. It's going to be on September the 27th. It starts at 6:30. We have tailgate at 5:30, and we plan to have a great time that evening. A good friend of mine is coming to speak that evening. Not many, I guess everybody's going to know it now. Chris Walker, who is the UT chaplain for FCA, is a friend of mine. He used to play at UT for several years. Chris is coming down, and we're really excited about that evening, and really excited because we have an opportunity for, I've said this, I'm going to start preaching, I apologize, but like I feel like the enemy has like a very clear plan. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy our lives. We see it all the time, and we want to create an environment not just for one night, but really to set a tone for the year of like if we're followers of Jesus, we're under the same direction. We have, because the Lord has a plan to give life, and sometimes our churches and our communities we compete against each other about dumb stuff, and we're not about Jesus. And we want that night to be all about Him. We want that to be a place where students can bring their friends that maybe don't know Jesus and invite their teams there and have an opportunity to start that conversation. And so I can't wait for that night.
Since you're in a preaching mode, why don't you lead Drew Akins in the prayer of salvation?
Listen, that's honestly, this is why we're here, Drew. This is intervention. Yeah, we brought Bridget has locked the door on the other side. We're in now.
I went to a church one time in California where they locked the door until they took the offering. Okay.
Yeah. When do we release the snakes? That's the thing.
Well, now that'll be at Mount Olive. Bridget will handle that. Jake Motes, I don't know, he may handle that. Hey, come on. So listen, so Matt, let's talk about this program. It's a Mix 1041 and Ocoee FCA Coach and Athlete of the Month. This is our first one, obviously, of the school year. Talk about this program.
Man, we started having this conversation about 2 springs ago, and really the heart of it is we want to highlight our athletes and coaches in the area, but not just for their own the field achievements, but we want to be able to celebrate the good that's happening in our community. And there are some really incredible people that are leading our local teams, and we have great young people on those teams. And so if we can take a moment each month to highlight them, to say, hey, here's the great thing that's happening, and really to celebrate them, because again, there's so much negative things that are going on, and to hear some good. And then we want to be a part of that. We're trying to create that community that you guys are coming after, and so we've got some great folks, and so this is a natural fit for me, man. We get to celebrate and encourage folks.
All right, I'm gonna go to you now, Matt, and just introduce our monthly winners here.
Yeah, so our Coach of the Month is Mr. Drew Akins, and our Athlete of the Month, Drew's at Walker Valley, in case people didn't know that. Just it's a little school on the north side of town. And then from Cleveland Middle, we have Miss Addison. I'm going to say your name wrong. Gravel. So Addison Gravel, and we're really excited to have both of them in the studio with us this morning.
All right, and why is Jake here?
Jake is here because he's our he actually.
Why am I here?
Hey,
Jake, were you born?
Security. No, Jake Motes is here. He's our new area rep. He came in June, great. And so he's covering Bradley and Polk County with Stephanie Green, and they've been doing a fantastic job. Yeah. But typically, we love to have the coach be able to come in, and there's Cleveland Middle. They wouldn't let Coach Kirksey off campus this morning, and so Jake is in his stead to say some good words about Addison and who she is.
Call Akiona and let's make this happen.
He won't return return our calls, so it's a problem.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness! Scandalous. Okay. Well,
No. Nat's fantastic.
I'm joking.
Yeah, Nat's fantastic.
Right.
But yeah, we've got these two folks in here, and honestly,
so there is another one. Is that right? You said there's another. Is there someone in Cleveland Middle that should?
No, Coach Kirksey. Yeah,
Her
coach.
Oh, you're a coach. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We love having the coaches come in and talk about the athletes. Sometimes the athletes aren't as willing to be on the radio and to talk, but we have coaches that really love to have a chance to brag on their own.
And let me say this before I talk to them. How do they get nominated? How does this all happen?
You didn't know?
No. Well, I'm pretending like I don't.
Yeah. No, you go to Mix's website, and under contest, you can click on Athlete of the Month, and we will. I mean, right now there's probably hundreds of names in there, and what we do each month, we try to go through, make sure the students in good standing, make sure the coach is in good standing, and
I guess we.
Well, listen.
Relax that.
Everything I say good about Drew, like you're just here to take that.
I'm so glad I came.
For this.
I'm so glad that I'm here.
But no,
Jake and Drew are out of the deal. Though.
Yeah, but we go through that. But yeah, every month we try to do that at the end of each month. And so if you've got somebody you want to nominate, a young person that's been impactful to you as a coach or as maybe a parent, you're listening and you're thinking, hey, this coach has meant a lot to my son or daughter. This is a great way to just give us opportunity to publicly say, hey, we've got some great folks in our community.
Our FCA student of the month is Addison Grell. Come on up, Addison. First of all, tell me where you go to school.
I go to Cleveland Middle School.
You're at Cleveland Middle School, and what's your sport? What do you play?
I play soccer right now, but I also play basketball.
Soccer and basketball. So I got to ask you, what does this mean to you for this recognition?
It just feels really great to know that I'm not only known for my talent, but I'm also known for how I spread the gospel to other people.
That's exactly, and that's exactly right. How important is that you spreading the gospel to other people?
It's really important to me.
Why? Why is that important?
I guess just because I feel like I've impacted a lot of people through the gospel. I've had a lot of friends who have come to Christ through it, and it's just really meaningful to me.
How do you think athletics? I mean, you think about athletics and leading people to the Lord. How does that work in your life, or in what you've seen?
I would have to say I've been impacted by people who have showed the gospel to me through other sports, so it's just impacted me that way.
Does anybody come to mind who's really had a example or been an example to you, either somebody you know or an athlete you know, or maybe somebody you don't know?
I would say my parents.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Good answer. That's a very good answer. Well, Addison, congratulations, and just keep doing it. You're doing a wonderful job there at Cleveland Middle. All right, our coach of the month, I've given him a hard time, but he's a dear friend, Drew Akins. Drew, what does this mean to you, buddy?
Man, first of all, I got to take a second to thank these guys. These guys pour into not only our school, but every school in this community, every school in this area. I think Matt will talk about 4 counties that they represent, and they pour into every single one of those schools of those counties. And I'm thankful for these guys showing up and just being there for our guys. What it means to me is we care a lot about winning and losing, and that's going to be on display this week, especially with the county games coming up. But in the end, my job is not necessarily a scoreboard business. We always say coaching is a scoreboard business, but my job is not a scoreboard business. My job is to take young men and teach them how to live life the right way. And to be recognized for doing things that way is very meaningful, because it's something we care about. I love the game of football. I think it's a great game. But I really believe that the game of football is a great teacher of life. And we try to use, in our program at Walker Valley, we try to use the game of football to teach young men about life and about adversity and about when hard times come, what are you going to turn to? There's 2 options. You can either keep pressing forward or you can quit. And those are the only 2 options in the end. So we use the game of football to teach those things, because you're going to have adversity. You may lose a child, you may lose your job, you may lose your marriage, and when those adverse things happen, what are you going to do? So we use that, and we use the gospel, like Addie was talking about, just to say, hey man, you've got to turn to the right things when adversity hits, and to be recognized for our program doing that is very meaningful to me.
Well, Drew, in all seriousness, again, tomorrow morning you'll be here, and this really goes along what you just said, because It's a lot bigger than football. We all know that. We love football here. We love athletics here. We love volleyball. I got a little volleyball daughter myself. But listen, we're going to really, I guess, up the ante again this year. Yeah. Well, thanks so much to you, the administration at Walker Valley, Cleveland High School. The goal game, as it's kind of been known, will be this Friday night. If you go ahead and talk about that a little, I know you're coming back tomorrow, but for those who may not be with us at that time tomorrow.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think like it's a gold rush for like our Walker Valley because we have gold in ours, and I want to clear that record. This is not about Walker Valley at all. This is about our community and the fight that families are going through in our community and in our area. Pediatric cancer is real, and it has hit our community. And there's 9 families in our community alone that are dealing with or have dealt with pediatric cancer. And the gold game is just to recognize those families and put our arms around those families and tell those families that we love them and they're seen. Because I know when you're in those adverse situations and you're dealing with kids and kids being sick, you feel alone and you feel like there's nothing you can do. And our goal through that night is to put our arms around those families and say, you're not alone. You have a whole community behind you that love you, that's praying for you, that want to do anything to help those families. So the Gold Night is literally about how can we support these families in our area and then outside of our area to make sure that they know that they're loved, they're cared for, and that we want to join in the fight against pediatric cancer with them.
All right, and there'll be some special parts of the night. You'll want to get there. I know I've talked to Gloria Mosier, a matter of fact, even yesterday, that I believe there's going to be the gold, what do you call those, ribbons?
Yeah, the ribbons, yeah. I know Cleveland people probably don't want to wear gold.
No, they will for this.
They probably so, but we will, even if they don't want to wear the gold shirt, we're going to have ribbons that we're passing out. We're going to make sure that everyone understands this is not a Walker Valley gold. This is a fight against cancer gold.
Absolutely. And I want to bring in Pastor Jake Moats. Was that funny?
Pastor, yeah.
Are you questioning his minister's license?
I guess it sounded like it.
My goodness, Jake, you get no respect, buddy.
What else?
Jake, tell me about what you're doing.
You and me can fight together. you and me together.
Tell me about what you're doing at FCA.
Man, so yeah, I've been, I guess, officially on staff with FCA since June. Over me and Stephanie Green, our Bradley Polk area rep. It's been super cool. Like I've tried to get rid of the stigma of association with Cleveland as much as possible and get around to all these schools. And I've been, with Drew out at Walker Valley a lot and seen, like, I mean, don't get him wrong. Like, he's going to coach you hard on the X's and O's, but at the same time, I've seen and heard him have those individual conversations, team conversations, of just speaking life into these young men, And then I did walk through the locker room one time, and I saw in the back hallway like a set of cornhole boards that had Ole Miss on them, and I was like, who are these? And they said, oh, those are Drew's, and so we're going to pray for him some more. For that. Anybody that can associate with Lane Kiffin needs prayer.
I try to model myself around here.
Even more reason to pray.
Well, that explains a lot. Well, Jake, and you do have a church, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Talk about your church.
Yeah, so we've been there for a little bit over 3 years now with Jeff Rogers, like you mentioned before, out at Living Water Community Church. God's just doing great things. It's been really cool over this 3 years to really kind of learn on the job. I mean, before this, I was a youth pastor at a church, and I think when we talked 3 years ago, I told you, like, the natural thought is, okay, eventually that's the next step. Certainly didn't think it was going to happen at that time, but it's been really cool to watch God move and just do great things through all the people at our church.
Matt Moore, of course, our director here in the Ocoee region. How can people get more information about FCA?
Yeah, no, it's really easy. If you have a computer, a phone, any technological device like that, you can go to ocoeefca.org. You can find us there. You can find us online on Facebook and Instagram. You'll hear things about Fields of Faith. You get to hear stories about things that were happening in our community. You can sign up for our golf tournament that's coming up October 16th. So there's lots of things that are rolling our way. And And honestly, every one of our local high schools and middle schools, every one of those has an FCA on their campus. If you're a parent that's out listening right now and you're like, man, my kid's struggling, where do they fit in, where's a place? There are adult leaders, there are students like Addison who are there that want to care about them where they are. Doesn't matter, and if you're like, well, I'm not an athlete, we'll call it Fellowship of Christian Anybody's. Show up and be there because at the end of the day, like Drew has already shared, like the sports things are temporary. But who you're going to be after you get after high school, when you have an injury, all those things, who are you going to be after those moments? Those are the things that matter, and that's what we want to speak into now. So when they get out into the world, they can be the right person when they work anywhere in the world.
When Mark Gravel and I were at Cleveland High, that's what Donnie Yates told us.
Come on.
Fellowship of Christian Anybody's.
Yeah.
In Mark's case, nobody's. Oh, how about that? Now you want to say something? Come here.
Yeah, welcome to the group.
Oh, no. Welcome to the chat. Addison, we apologize.
Steve, you do know I have a few stories about you from running around Timber.
Was turned off. I can't believe it. Mark, no kidding. What does all this mean to you, especially for Addison and your family?
It's just a very special time. She's a special little girl. I say little, she's 6 feet tall.
She's taller than all of us.
I was looking over there, and I was like, she's the tallest one. And it's really close. But she really does pour into her teammates at the school level, at the church level, just in her life. You know, her little brother may say a little differently, but she is a very special young lady that does amazing things for a 13-year-old little girl. See, she's going to cry, make me cry, make that kind of stuff happen. But it's just I'm happy for her. She gets a lot of recognition on the sports courts and fields. This one is, you know, a special piece for her. I know she enjoys it. And a shout out to Coach Kirksey. He has been a really big part of her, you know, faith and sports life at Cleveland and everybody at Cleveland Middle School. Basketball coaches, soccer coaches. Holly Stroud does an amazing job on the basketball side with her. So all of that is it's a great thing. FCA has been around for forever. I believe Olivia's grandfather started at Bradley High School however many years ago, and so it's been an important part of us, and even when we were in school, Steve. So I'm just happy for her. She deserves all the flowers and shine she can get.
Well, spoken like a great dad. Hey, so listen, go to mymix1041.com and sign up. An athlete, a coach, that sort of thing. Big congratulations. You guys all deserve it. Thank you very much for coming. We're very proud of this association. All right, that's it for us this morning, and we're going to be back with you. We've got a lot happening, folks, as you know. I tell you, Friday night will be we're calling it a blockbuster Friday night in this community for high school football. As you know, Cleveland at Walker Valley on Friday night, 7 o'clock. Plus, we'll have Maryville at Bradley, biggest game in 6A around the state of Tennessee. We're going to have full coverage on all of our platforms. And for the first time, MixTV.tv will broadcast both games simultaneously. For all of us at Mix 1041 and Mix TV, good day, everybody.
Walker Valley High School.